What's going on, everyone? My name is Bruno and this is my LGA Season 5 draft analysis for the Chernobyl Dragalges. So LGA is the league that I help commissioning with some friends. We've been for 4 seasons Showdown League only. For Season 5 we are introducing for the first time a Wi-Fi division, and I'll be playing in that Wi-Fi division. So this is my draft analysis for the league. We are gonna have uploads on Saturday, so we're gonna have LGA on Saturday, back on Sunday, and we're also gonna have another league on Friday, but I will upload that draft analysis only next week. So in terms of LGA, I got pick number 7 out of 16. So pretty in the middle of the draft. As always, I usually, when I got into in the middle of the draft, I usually wait to see what's the best Pokemon around, and I try to build a team around it. At that point, the 2 Pokemon that I was looking for were Palafin and Latios, were in my opinion the best 2 Pokemon, and the ones that I wanted to use. Palafin is the one that I used a couple of times, but I think I never was able to pull it together. I never did the an upload league with Palafin, so I think it was a good time to try to get some revenge. So my first Pokemon is Palafin, a really good Pokemon, of course, sometimes banned in some leagues. I mean, it's just insane when it gets the ability. As I said, I usually missed pairing Palafin or our supporting Palafin well, and this is my goal. What my goal during the draft was to try to build a better team around Palafin, and I think I honestly did a good job. But yeah, really excited to use this Pokemon because I know it's a good Pokemon, but I'm failing using it, and I want to try to get some revenge. So gonna give it a last try at least. So yeah, this is my first pick for the draft. Kind of insane that I got this pick number 7, considering that it's like really cool one. To pair Palafin, of course, I wanted to beat waters and grass types, and honestly I think I got the perfect one to do it. That's Kyurem. I think this is probably one of the best Pokemon to pair with Palafin, because he can take advantage of grass types and water types, gets freeze dry for both, to hit both, can take advantage of both types, clicking Dragon Dance. So yeah, it's one of the best wall breakers, and I think it pairs pretty well with Palafin, resisting resisting electric types and grass types, and taking advantage of freeze dry to destroy water and grass types. I think this is probably one of the best, if not the best, Pokemon to pair with Palafin. So yeah, I'm really excited to try to use this offensive core. I think it's really strong. Next up, I wanted a really bulky Pokemon. I like to have my bulk, and I went a bit down in the points because we don't have, like, one of the challenges of this league is not having like a great budget. Not the great, but a big budget. So yeah, I got Galar, which was relatively cheap, in my opinion, for the support that this Pokemon can and the bulk that it can give. It's a levitating poison type. If he has levitate, neutralizing gas is actually pretty cool as well. It's also a defogger, gives me toxic spikes, so it gives me a couple of options. This is probably the most defensive, the Pokemon that I use the most defense wise during Generation 8. Probably typed with Gulfable, but I think I use this Pokemon actually more than Gulfable. I use this Pokemon a lot during Generation 8. First time using it in Generation 9. I love Weezing. It's a really cool Pokemon, and also resists grass. It's nice for Palafin. Gives me a fairy type, which is pretty cool, of course. So not much to say. It's a Pokemon that I think pairs well here. It also gives me a defogger. You know, removals are not incredible this generation. Boots exist, but still having defog options or removal options, it's pretty cool. Now I wanted to have speed, because it seems kind of slow, like fastest one so far is Palafin. So I want to have speed, and I wanted at least something faster than 110. So and actually another, I like to have a couple of ground immunities because I think ground is pretty strong ground types. I also want a rocker. So the Pokemon that fit all that stuff is the mascot of the league, which actually is Elf. Yeah, this Pokemon can do a lot with the, not only with the speed but like with the move pool. You can do a lot of things. Can be rock sash, rock explosion lead. Can be a Scarfer. Can have nasty plot and just nukes stuff. With a lot of the coverage that it has. Can have a Scarf with U-turn and just give him momentum, which is fine for Palafin, Kyurem, for a couple of months that I drafted. So yeah, it gives me a lot of options here. It's not bulky like Mesprit or Yuxi, but as the speed stuff, which I think is more important here on the team, it gives me hazards and a setup sweeper, a fast Scarfer. So a lot of stuff that I think fits, that puts Azelf here really well on the team. Next up, I want another faster mon, Pokemon that was even faster than Azelf, and if possible another Defogger, because Weezing is not the best. You don't want to run Defog on Weezing every week. And the other Pokemon that I've drafted is Talonflame, the other Defogger, really fast. Again, momentum. I think it's really important to have momentum with mons like Palafin and Kyurem to activate that offensive core. Gives me Defog. I mean, as Flame Body, if he activates, it's actually great. Gives me Flying Fire, which are types that I didn't have so far. So there's not too much to say about Talonflame. It's a decent flying type that is fast and wants to give momentum. Click Defog if he has the opportunity to. As U-turn, like, it's pretty common. So Source Dance Talonflame can also be a thing as well in the proper matches. So yeah, first time using Talonflame in Generation 9 as well, which it's nice. I like this Pokemon, I think it's cool. So we'll see. Next up, I drafted the ground type. Of course, really important to have ground type. To have, I want the dark type as well. I want another rocker because I only have Azelf so far. What fits those attributes? Crocodile, one of my personal favorites, honestly. I love this mon. Intimidate support is actually pretty cool as well. Moxie is decent. Rocks, taunt, knockoff, a lot of coverage, close combat. Yeah, you guys know what this Pokemon does. And it's pretty cool. I think it fits pretty well the team, especially with the ground type that I didn't have, the dark type that I didn't have, and another rocker, and possibly the fact that I can have Rock Azelf and free Crocodile to a more offensive role, or have Crocodile having rocks and free Azelf on a more offensive role. I think it's pretty cool for the team. So I'm not having rocks on both. I'm just, one's gonna be the rocker, the other is gonna have another possible role, more offensive role that those mons can have, and sometimes they are locked into the more standard rock stuff, and that stop them from going for another more fun and offensive roles that I think here they will have for sure. So next to Crocodile, I want a Steel type. I think I was sniped on Steel type. Was on Steel type. I know I was sniped on the Electric type. That's something. On the Steel type, I was not sure. No, I don't think so. But my next Pokemon is my Steel type, and it's gonna be Cobalion. At that point in the draft, a lot of Steels were taken. That's what I was thinking if I was sniped or not. But yeah, I know a lot of Steels were taken at that point. Cobalion was pretty much the only one, and it gives me a Fighting type as well. So it's a Steel that doesn't resist Fairy, but I have Weezing and Talonflame that can deal with Fairies. So that's something. And Cobalion can at least beat Fairies with the Steel coverage. So physical or special, Cobalion, it's another rocker as well. That's a thing. And Cobalion now having Vacuum Wave frees more special sets. Calm Mind is also a thing, and it gets Calm Mind for special sets, gets Swords Dance for physical sets. Said that it lost Rock Polish. I think it lost Rock Polish. Not entirely sure on that, but I think it lost Rock Polish. But still a pretty viable Pokemon. It's decently fast as well. And as you guys will see next, I got my first Terra Captain. It's gonna be an Electric type. and I got sniped on Belly Bolt. I wanted Belly Bolt, got sniped, but it's fair because at the end of the day, I also got sniped on, first was Belly Bolt, then Electros. I wanted to use Terra Electros, but then I looked into the team, and I thought, well, you know what would be good here? Webs. So I grabbed Vicavolt. Terra Vicavolt is gonna be my first Terra captain. I have two. Rules in terms of Terras here in the league, pretty standard. It's a Terra preview, so you can Terra into any type, but it's Terra preview. It's like just like back. And I think Vicavolt with Levitate and Sticky Web's potential gains a lot here being a Terra captain. The more I look into Vicavolt in the team, the more I like it. So yeah, I'm not entirely mad about Belly Bolt. Okay, on Belly Bolt I'm kind of mad because I really wanted to use Belly Bolt as a Terra captain. But even though the thing lost rules, which is a big thing for Vicavolt, being a Terra captain, I think it gains a lot more viability on this Pokemon. So I'm really excited to use it. So Terra Vicavolt is going to be my first Terra captain. My second Terra captain is going to be Lycanroc Midnight. And I drafted this one because with no guard, Terra Rock, it's just like insane. Yeah, I'm just excited to use them on Trailblaze sets with Life Orb, no guard, a lot of coverage, being able to set up rocks as well. Gives me a flying resist, at least a natural one, because if I want to resist, for example, if I want to resist flying with Vicavolt, I had to Terra into electric or another type. So give me a flying resist, which is good and a way to beat flying types. And yeah, with Terra, I think this one can be pretty good and pretty nice to use, pretty fun. So yeah, excited to use this Pokemon as well. Last one is going to be a low tier grass type. I usually like to have a low tier grass type of Pokemon to resist ground moves, and that is going to be Go-Goat. So it's not a Terra captain because I only have points for it. And you can only have like maximum of 2 Terra captains. So those are going to be Vicavolt and Lycanroc. But I think it fits Go-Goat being a more bulky grass type, mainly to deal with ground types. So it's relatively bulky, can have annoying leech seed stuff. So yeah, this is pretty much the team that I'm going to be using in the LGA. As always, upload start next week, so week 1 is going to be next week on Saturdays, so we're going to have this one uploaded on Saturdays. Thank you guys for watching, hope you guys enjoyed the team, comment what you think, thank you for the support, and I'll catch you guys next week. So peace guys.